Hello everyone, good morning. So today we are starting a new video, and before that previously we had worked on the loops, like how loops work, and they are basically repetition of the task. And so today we are taking it forward with the nested loops. Nested loops is like taking one repetition inside another repetition of task. Okay, so one loop inside another is called nested loops, and it can go up to any level, maybe one loop inside another, then those two loops inside another loop, like that. So it can go to level 1 2 3 as much as we want. Okay, but the better practice is to keep the minimal nested loops in the program, so that the time complexity, or we can say the time taken by the program to execute, is also minimal. So that is a good practice. And here I will show you some examples of nested loops and how that works. So basically here I have taken an example of hour clock. Hour clock is nothing but like we are trying to print, if you can see in the output, we are trying to print the time of minutes and seconds. I am not taking the hour because the hours will be counted with this only 1 hour only. Okay, once this has finished. So you can see like we are getting minutes, 56 minute 22 second, 56 minute 23 second. Then when we completed 59 minutes, sorry, 59 seconds, and then it converts into 57. So similarly we keep continuing until we reach 59 minutes and 59 seconds, because after this 1 hour will be completed. All right, so how does it work? So for that I have taken a for loop. And again, in the previous if you have seen the previous video, you might know that in for loop we initialize the variable as step 1. Then after we have to check the condition. Okay, and if it is working fine, then we have to come inside and execute the inner statements. But here in the inner statement, again I have taken another loop. So now after this is true, it will go inside and it will again initialize another variable, check this condition. If it is true, then it will print this. Okay, now let's see how it works. So initially j equals to 0 and 0, j means 0, 0 is less than equals to 59, so it is true. It comes inside, it again initialize k also, k equals to 0, k is also less than equal to, that means 0 is also less than equals to 59 again, so it is also true. So it prints time j colon k. Okay, so somehow this is how it prints time 0 colon 0. All right, then after this what it will do, it will go to this k plus plus, right? So k plus plus becomes 1. Okay, after this it will check like again, is 1 less than equals to 59, is it true? Then it prints 0 and here 1, so it prints time 0 colon 1. So until we have completed the first loop, I mean inner loop. Okay, so once we complete the inner loop where k becomes 59, 59 less than equals to 59, it will print 0 colon 59. Okay, after that it becomes 60, but 60 less than equals to 59, it will become false. So it will go out in the outer loop and it will say j plus plus, that means now it will be 1, j is 1. Okay, so 1 is less than equals to 59, that is true. Okay, it will come inside k again, it is starts from 0, k less than equals to 59, that means 0 less than 15 equals to 59, it is true. Now remember, j was already 1, so it prints 1, but k initialized with 0, so here it will print 0. So this is how it prints 1 colon 0. So again it will start to continue the inner loop until 59. Okay, and then it will increase. Once it 59, once k becomes 59, it will again go to the outer loop, increment the j from 1 to 2, and next time it will have 2 in the outer loop and 0 to 59 again in the inner loop. So this is how it will keep printing till we have outer loop as 59 and inner loop as also 59. So once outer loop is 59 and it becomes like 59 59, it will go to j plus plus again, it will become 60. 60 is less than equals to 59, it will become false, it will come out of the loop and the program will be terminated. So this is how for loop inside for loop is working. All right, so this is known as nested loop, because one loop, or we can say child loop, is inside the outer loop, which is the parent loop. Got it? Let's try one more example of loops, or we can say the nested loops, and this time I will try with while loop. Okay, so here we have to initialize and this example is basically demonstrating for serving each chair on 4 dining tables in a restaurant. Okay, so we have a restaurant. Inside that restaurant we have 4 dining tables. Each dining table has some chairs, and we have to serve on each chair of that dining table. Okay, so let's say the count of tables is 3. Let me take it as 3 dining tables for now. Okay, so count of tables is 3. So while tables are greater than 0, we will continue inside the loop. Then we will have, each table will have 4 chairs. Let's say each table has 4 chairs. Okay, and once we have initialized the chair, then the waiter is on the table now. Okay, then we will start serving in the inner loop. Okay, so in the outer loop the waiter is reaching out to the table, and in the inner loop the waiter is serving on the chair. Okay, for each chair. So now chair were how many? It were 4. So the waiter will serve each chair in the table until all chairs are served. That means chair is greater than 0, and I put it here as serving on chairs. And then chair will be like chair minus minus. We are reducing, or we can say we are decreasing the count of chair. Once the inner loop is complete, then we have to increment or decrement is the last step. So we are decreasing the tables also for the outer loop. So let's see how it's going to work. So you can see initially the table count was 3. That means the waiter reached to the which table? Third table. So waiter is on table 3. Then when it came inside, like table equals to 3, then table 3 is greater than 0. Is it true? Yeah. So it goes inside. Chairs equals to 4. It printed that okay, now waiter is here on the table 3. Then after that it checks chair, that means 4 is greater than 0. It is true. It prints serving on chair 4. Okay, then chairs minus minus, that means instead of 4 it becomes 3 now. So next time it checks 3 greater than 0. It's true. So serving on chair 3. Okay, then it again decrease 3 to 2. Okay, so 2 is greater than 0, then it will serve on the chair 2, and then chair minus minus it becomes 1. So 1 greater than 0, it serves on the chair 1. Okay, so 4 chairs have been served for table 3. Now it will become 0. Chairs will again go to minus minus, it will become 0. So 0 greater than 0, it will be false, right? There can be no chair 0. So it comes out of this inner loop and decrease the table count. Okay, so initially the table count was 3, now it is 2. That means we are on the second table now. So 2 is greater than 0. It is true. Then it comes again inside, and again on the second table we have 4 chairs now. So waiter on table 2. Okay, similarly like the previous one, it will keep serving the 4 chairs of table 2. Then it will decrease the table to table 1. Waiter goes to table 1, and again it will be serving all the 4 chairs of table 4, sorry, table 1. Okay, so this is how it has served all the chairs of each table. Alright, and once all tables have been served, and once tables become 0, so 0 greater than 0, it will be false and it will come out of the loop. So this was the example for nested while loops, while inside while. Okay, let's try another example now. I will comment this, and now this example is to demonstrate that any loop can come inside another loop. It's not necessary that only for loop will come inside for loop, or like while loop will go inside while loop. We can even mix also as per our requirement. We can put while loop inside for loop inside while loop. Okay, do while loop inside for loop, or for loop inside do while, or like that. We can do any kind of mixing in the nested loops. Okay, so to demonstrate it, I have taken an example for student homework for each period of a day. Okay, so here the student has to complete the homework for each and every period that they have in the school. Okay, after coming home. You must have experienced this in the childhood, so you will understand it better here also. Let's say I will run the program here. Now the periods were initialized by 1, first period, second period, and third period. We have 3 periods. Okay, period 1, period 2, and period 3, and each period we have like we have two homework for each period. We can say like two tasks. Okay, let's assume we have been given two tasks for the homework. Okay, so for int period 1 is less than equals to 3, it is true. It will come inside, it will initialize the homework equals to 1. Then homework, that means 1 is less than equal to 2, it is true. It will print period 1. Okay, period 1 homework task and homework task 1. Okay, then it is doing increment of homework task. That means the first task is done, let's go for the second task now. 2 less than equal to 2, true, so it will complete the second task also for period 1. Okay, then once the inner loop is complete, the while loop is complete, it will go to the period plus plus of for loop. Now period becomes second period. 2 less than equals to 3, true. Again start for the first task of homework. Okay, it will complete the first task of homework and then it increment to the second task, and second task of homework will be completed, it will increment to the third task. Check if if there is any third task. 3 less than equals to 2, it is false, that means we don't have any third task in the homework. It will increment the period to 3. Okay, similarly complete the two tasks of the homework of period 3. So we can mix the loops, like in the nested loop we can put any loop inside another loop. Okay, you might ask like, can we have one more loop inside this while loop also? Then that also we can do. Okay, so we can do as many number of nested loops as we want. From one loop inside the another, we can have as many loops as we need. For example, let me take an example for that also. So earlier I had taken minute and second only. All right, now I will put this inside one more loop. Okay, so let me make another loop. So let's say this grows from 0 to 23. Okay, and I'll put this hours minutes inside this. Okay, and here I will put something like this and I. Okay, so now we have hour, minute and second. Okay, so it will be like from 0 hour, you know, we like the midnight 12 a.m. is always known as 0. So 0 0 0, that is how it works. Okay, and it finishes at 23:59 59. Okay, so this is how it should end. So let's try to run this program now. Now we have three nested loops: for loop, then one more for loop inside that, and then third loop inside the second loop. So we have grandparent loop, parent loop and child loop. Okay, so this is how it's working, and you can see we have got less than, actually it will be equals to. Now it should be okay. So you can see that we have printed all the hours, minutes and seconds. Okay, you can go on top like this, you can see. So similarly, like we are printing hours, minutes and seconds for all the hours of the day. Okay, for whole day. So this is how it works. Okay, so here I will complete my video of nested loops, and if you have any queries, please put it on comments. I will surely answer your queries. All right, and if you like my video, please subscribe to the channel and like and share this video to the maximum people so that more people can be helped. Thank you everyone.